Good morning everyone. Basta tayo na ating KGB Bible. Daily reading plan. Today is January 18, 2022. Pang day 78 natin. Deuteronomy chapter 24 up to 27. Check. Basa. Deuteronomy chapter 24. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it came to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. Ay, ganun. Pag hindi raw, pag may nakita daw ang lalaki na hindi maganda dun sa kanyang asawa, hindi, kumbaga sa no favor in his eyes, pwede siya mag-ano kaagad ng divorce, mag-file ng divorce. Dito sa Bible, allowed yung divorce, pero unfair masyado naman yun sa babae. Nakalagay, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. And when she departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send it her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that she is defiled, for that is abomination before the Lord. And thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. So, babae talaga ang, guys. Unfair sa babae, no? Kasi paano yan? Dapat, kung mag-asawa kayo, tanggapin mo kung ano yung, hindi maganda sa kanya, kinasawa mo eh. Kawawa naman yung babae. When a man hath taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war, neither shall be he charged with any business, but he shall be free at home 1 year, and shall cheer up his wife which he hath taken. No man shall take the nether or the upper millstone to pledge, for he taketh a man's life to pledge. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die. Then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put evil away from among you. Take heed in the plague of leprosy, and to observe diligently, and do according to all that the priests, the Levites, shall teach you, as I commanded them, so ye shall observe to do. Remember that the Lord thy God did unto Miriam by the way, after that ye were come forth out of Egypt. When thou dost lend by thy brother anything, thou shalt not go into his house to fetch his pledge. Thou shalt stand abroad, and the man to whom thou dost lend shall bring out the pledge abroad unto thee. And if the man be poor, thou shalt not sleep with his pledge. In any case, thou shalt deliver him the pledge again when the sun goeth down, that he may sleep in his own raiment, and bless thee. And it shall be righteousness unto thee before the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant, and is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren, or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. And this day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and sitteth in his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it be sin unto thee. The father shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Yap, yung kamalian ng ama, hindi kamalian ng anak. Andito na mismo sa Bible, oh. The father shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Kuhanin nga natin to. For his own sin. Ayan, nakalagay sa Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 16. Basahin nyo rin yung KJV Bible, guys, para sure. The father shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Maliwanag pa sa araw yan. Okay, thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the stranger, nor of the fatherless, nor take a widow's raiment to please, but thou shalt remember that thou wast bondman in Egypt, and the Lord thy God redeemed thee thence. Therefore I command thee to do this thing. When thou outest done thine harvest in thy field, kaya kapag ano lang to, pagka may magsabi sa inyo na ganito yung tatay, basahan nyo ng Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 16. Yan ang panlaban. Kasi dami ano yung kasalanan ng ama inaano sa anak eh. Thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the stranger, nor of the fatherless, nor take a widow's raiment to pledge, but thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in Egypt, and the Lord thy God redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee to do this thing. Verse 19, when thou cuttest down the harvest in the field, and hast forgot a sheep in the fold, thou shalt not go again to fetch it. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all thy works of thine hands. Kaya pala guys, di ba kasabihan yan? Pagka huwag mo nang pulutin kasi nga, para yan sa mga nangangailangan. So, verse 19 naman siya. Ba't naiyak ako? Okay. Verse 20 na tayo. Ulitin ko yung verse 19 ha. When thou cuttest down thine harvest in thy field, and hast forgot a sheep in the field, thou shalt not go again to fetch it. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thine hands. When thou beatest thine olive tree, thou shalt not go over the post again. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. When thou gatherest the grapes of thy vineyard, thou shalt not glean it afterward. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. And thou shalt remember that thou wast the bondman in the land of Egypt. Therefore I command thee to do this thing. Hanggang 27 to, diba? Ang dami pala natin babasahin. Hanggang 27 nga siya. So, dito na tayo sa 25. 25 na tayo. Deuteronomy chapter 25. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. And it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face according to his fault by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him, and not exceed, lest if he should exceed and beat him above those with many stripes, then thy brother should seem vile unto thee. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox with the head treaded out the corn. If the brethren dwell together, and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. Her husband's brothers shall go in unto her, and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her. Dito ako maraming tanong, guys. For example na lang, halimbawa nga mamatay yung kanyang asawa, no? Tapos wala namang available na single na kapatid. Paano siya aasawahin ng kapatid? Kasi ipapasok sa kapatid, di ba? Okay, ulit. Naiiyak ako, ewan ko bakit. Everything dwell, thou shalt not muzzle ox. Okay. Nakalagay kasi dito, guys, sa verse 5 ng Deuteronomy chapter 25. Brethren dwell together, and one of them die, and have no child. The wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. Her husband's brother shall go in unto her, and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her. So yun, ipapasa sa kapatid. And it shall be that the firstborn with the she beareth shall succeed the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel. Ayun. Kaya pala tayo may mga junior. And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, and let his brother's wife go up to the gate unto the elders, and say, My husband's brother refuseth to raise up unto his brother's brother a name in Israel, he will not perform the duty of my husband's brother. Then the elders of his city shall call him, and speak unto him, and if he stand to it, and say, I like not to take her, then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders, and loose his shoe from off his foot, and spit in his face, and shall answer and say, So shall it be done unto that man that will not build up his brother's house. And his name shall be called in Israel, the house of him that hath his shoe loosed. When men strive together one with another, and the wife of the one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him, and putteth forth her hand, and taketh him by the secrets, then thou shalt cut off her hand, thine eye, thou shalt not pity her. Thou shalt not have any bag divers weights, a great and a small. Thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures, a great and a small. Inulit. Inulit yung verse 13 at saka verse 14. Halos magkapareho. But thou shalt have a perfect of just weight, a perfect and just measure. Shalt thou have, that in thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. For all that do such things, and all that do unrighteously, are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Remember that Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way. I smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and we feared not God. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, And the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. So yan. Dito na tayo sa chapter 26. And it shall be when thou art come in into unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and possess it, and dwellest therein. Nagluluha talaga ako. Hayaan mo na. Ulitin natin chapter 26. And it shall be when thou art come in unto the land which the Lord thy God gave thee for an inheritance, and possess it, and dwellest therein, thou shalt take of the first of all the fruit of the earth which thou shalt bring of thy land that the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt put it in the basket, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose to place his name there. And thou shalt go unto the priest that shall be in those days, and say unto him, I profess this day unto the Lord thy God, I am come unto the country which the Lord sware unto our fathers for to give us. And the priest shall take the basket out of thine hand, and set it down before the altar of the Lord thy God. And thou shalt speak and say, Before the Lord thy God, a Syrian ready to perish was my father, and he went down and into Egypt, and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation great, mighty, and populous. And the Egyptians evil entreated us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard bondage. And when we cried unto the Lord God of our fathers, the Lord heard our voice, and looked on our affliction, and our labor, and our oppression. And the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and with his outstretched arm, and with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders. And he hath brought us into this place, and hath given us this land, even a land that floweth with milk and honey. And now, behold, I have brought the first fruits of the land which thou, O Lord, hast given me. And thou shalt set it before the Lord thy God, and worship before the Lord thy God. And thou shalt rejoice in every good thing which the Lord thy God hath given unto thee, and unto thine house. Oh, it's a verse 11. And thou shalt rejoice in everything which the Lord thy God hath given unto thee, and unto thine house, thou and the Levite, and in the stranger that is among you. Verse 12. When thou hast made an end of tithing all the tithes of thine increase, third year, third eye naman. Ano iniisip ni Ralph? Third year, which is the year of tithing, and hast given it unto the Levite, the stranger of fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat within thy gates, and fill. Verse 13. Then thou shalt say before the Lord thy God, I have brought away the hallowed things out of mine house, and also have given them unto the Levite, and unto the stranger, to the fatherless, and to the widow, according to all commanders. And all to... Mali na ako. Commandments yan, diyan commanders. Layo natin konti. Ulitin natin yung verse 13. Then thou shalt say before the Lord thy God, I have brought away the hollow things out of mine house, and also have given them unto the Levite, and unto the stranger, the fatherless, and to the widow, according to all thy commandments which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed thy commandments, neither have I forgotten them. I have not eaten thereof in my mourning, neither have I taken away out thereof for any unclean use, nor gave it out thereof of the deed, but I have hearkened to the voice of the Lord my God, and have done according to all that thou hast commanded me. Look down from thy holy habitation from heaven, and bless thy people Israel and the land which thou hast given us, as thou sweetest, as thou swearest. Sorry ha. All it's sa verse 15. Nagkamali lang. Look down from the holy habitation from heaven, and bless thy people Israel and the land which thou hast given us, as thou swarest unto our fathers, a land that floweth with milk and honey. Verse 16. This day the Lord thy God hath commanded thee to do these statutes and judgments. Thou shalt therefore keep and to them with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Thou hast about the Lord the day of to be thy God, and to walk in his ways, and keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments, and to hearken unto his voice. And the Lord hath about thee this day to be his peculiar people, as he had promised thee, and that thou shouldest keep all his commandments, and to make thee high above all nations which he hath made in praise and in name and in honor, and that thou mayest be an holy people unto the Lord God, as he hath spoken. Last chapter, chapter 27 na tayo, Deuteronomy. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day, and it shall be on the day when ye shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, that thou shalt set thee up great stones, and plaster them with plaster. And thou shalt write upon them all at all, verse 3, and thou shalt write upon them all the words of this law when thou art passed over, that thou mayest go in unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, a land that floweth with milk and honey, as the Lord God of thy fathers had promised thee. Therefore it shall be when ye begin over Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones which I command you this day in Mount Ebal, and thou shalt plaster them with plaster. And thou shalt thou build an altar unto the Lord thy God, an altar of stones, that shall not lift up any iron tool upon them. Verse 6. Thou shalt build the altar of the Lord thy God of whole stones, and thou shalt offer burnt offerings there unto the Lord thy God. And thou shalt offer peace offerings, and shall eat there and rejoice before the Lord thy God. And thou shalt write upon the stones all the words of this law very plainly. And Moses and the priests the Levites spake unto all Israel, saying, take heed and hearken, O Israel, this day thou art before become the people of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt therefore obey the voice of the Lord thy God, and do his commandments and his statutes which I commanded thee this day. And Moses charged the people the same day, saying, this shall stand upon Mount Gerizim, to bless the people when ye are come over Jordan, Simeon and Levi and Judah, and Issachar, and Issachar, and Joseph and Benjamin. Verse 13, and this Verse 13, and they shall stand upon Mount Ebal to curse Reuben, Gad, and Asher, and Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali, and the Levites shall speak and say unto all the men of Israel with a loud voice, cursed be the man that maketh any graven or molten image, and, and abomination unto the Lord, the work of the God. Yan ko. Ulitin na lang natin yung verse 14. And the Levites shall speak and say unto all the men of Israel with a loud voice, cursed be the man that maketh any graven or molten image, an abomination unto the Lord, the work of the hands of the craftsman, and putteth it in a secret place. And all the people shall answer and say, Amen. Cursed be he that sitteth light by his father or his mother, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be the be Cursed be he that removeth his neighbor's landmark, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that maketh. Puro naman to curse. Hanggang sa hulihan talaga ika-curse. Parang ayaw ko basahin kasi puro curse siya. May Twitter naman yan. Ganyan talaga guys, may nagpa-pop up pati kasi nga naka-on yung ating internet. And the Levites shall speak and say, ayoko namang mag-record ng hindi naka-on yung internet kasi nga. Pero minsan pinapatay ko na. Kaya lang ngayon, hindi ko pinatay yung internet. Nawala na tuloy ako. And they shall... Nasa cars na. Cars be the man. Ulit-ulit. Sa verse 15. Cursed be the man that maketh any graven or molten image, an abomination unto the Lord, the work of the hands of the craftsman, and putteth it in a secret place. And all the people shall answer and say, Amen. Cursed be that sitteth light by his father or his mother, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be that removeth his neighbor's landmark, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that maketh the blind... Cursed be he that maketh the blind to wander out of the way, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that prepareth the judgment of the stranger, fatherless, and widow, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that lieth with his father's wife, because he uncovereth his father's skirt, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that lieth with any manner of beast, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that lieth with his sister and daughter. Ulit sa verse 22. Cursed be that lieth with his sister, the daughter of his father, or the daughter of his mother, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that lieth with his mother-in-law, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he that smiteth his neighbor secretly, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be that taketh reward to slay an innocent person, and all the people shall say, Amen. Yung verse 25. Cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them, and all the people shall say, Amen. Wala akong pipiliin dyan kasi puro curse yan. Bye everyone. God bless.